Hi everyone, today I'm doing a pregnancy themed question and answer vlog. I actually asked you guys for these questions back on the 18th of December and it's taken me this long to finally record. So some of these questions may have actually been answered already, but we'll flip through them anyway and we'll see what you guys want to know. So the first one from Anne is, what is your nursery theme? So my nursery theme for our baby girl is a vintage chic theme. So bird cages and pretty pastel colours, roses, all that kind of thing. I still don't have the real idea going yet, just a few little ideas here and there, but I'll develop it more over the next few weeks so I can start buying some more stuff to go in her nursery, which is really exciting. The next one, also by Anne, says, what is her name? We're going to be doing a name reveal along the same lines as the gender reveal, so keep your eye out for that. Would you like another child? Well, that's an interesting question. Martin and I really don't want to be saving or spending another $10,000 on doing IVF, and we just think it's unfair on having 2 children already and then having to maybe not spend on them, maybe holidays or different activities or whatever, because we're saving for IVF. I think it's a little bit unfair, but also the thing is, it's so much stress, and it's also it's a lot of money, and it doesn't always work. We have gotten very lucky to have been successful with our IVF cycles so far. I just don't think it's going to happen. If we were to conceive a third naturally by some miracle, then that would absolutely be wonderful. Because we have a boy and we're now having a girl, I'm kind of really happy. Like 2 would be absolutely fine with me. I'm really happy with that. If for some reason we decided that we do want a third, we won't be doing IVF, but we would possibly try Clomid and the injectable cycles again. From Caitlin, what's one symptom that drives you nuts? Well, for me, it's the sciatic nerve pain. It just cripples me, absolutely cripples me. I'll just be walking along quite happy and then it will just hit the nerve and I'll just like crumple to the ground because it hurts so bad, and sometimes I just cannot walk on my leg, and I get it mostly in the morning. So after I've been asleep in bed for however many hours, I get up and it just baby shifts or whatever, just hits that nerve and I'm just like in agony. That is the worst. Awful pain. From Jennifer, what is your favorite thing about pregnancy? For me, it's reaching different milestones and the secrecy of what this little person looks like, what they're going to be like. I just love, going to feel the kicks and then the punches and then the rolls, and just seeing your belly grow and just realizing that you're growing this human being in you. That is my absolute favorite part of pregnancy. Just seeing your stomach grow and thinking, wow, that's a person in there, that's amazing. And then just wondering, are they going to have hair? Are their eyes going to be blue? What are they going to look like? Are they going to look like their brother? Are they going to look like their auntie? It's so much fun waiting to the day that they're born to find out what they're actually going to look like. From Valerie, what are the difference between your pregnancies? There is a lot of difference between my pregnancies. With Roman, I was sick. I had a smaller belly, I didn't get very big, I just had all these pregnancy symptoms that were absolutely horrible. I got high blood pressure, preeclampsia, and it was just awful. Whereas this pregnancy, I barely got sick. The only real bad symptom I've got is the sciatic nerve pain. And my stomach grew a lot faster in this pregnancy. Maybe my stomach muscles have just given up, I don't know. But this pregnancy has just been a lot more enjoyable, a lot more cruisy. Really nothing exciting goes on in this pregnancy, like in a bad way, compared to Roman's, where it was just always one drama after the other. This one is just cruising along nicely. My blood pressure's staying stable. I feel great, which is awesome. About trying to pronounce your name, is it Araceli? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Why did you need IVF? I need IVF because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and basically I don't get a period at all. All my periods in the past have been medically induced, so yeah, no matter what, I just don't seem to be getting pregnant, as well as maybe a bit of unexplained infertility, because even when we did the injectable cycles and everything was perfectly timed and I was ovulating with the drugs, we still were not getting pregnant. So perhaps a bit of unexplained infertility there as well. Martin's side of things is fine. We don't have any male factor infertility. It is all me, unfortunately. So PCOS and unexplained infertility are the reasons that we needed IVF. From Natasha, what are my labour and delivery plans for this baby, and how do I think Roman will react with this new baby? Roman is an extremely jealous toddler, extremely jealous. A child in daycare will just have to come near me and Roman just has a fit over it, and that really concerned me. I was like, oh my goodness, this baby, he's gonna hate it. But I've had my new baby niece around and my friends had a baby, and Roman just adores them. He adores the babies, and he's kind of starting to talk to my tummy now and saying it's my sister and get out, so he knows there's something in there. And so I think, you know, there will be a bit of jealousy there, because the baby will obviously be in my arms and he'll want to be in my arms, he'll want me to go play, and I might not be able to, and he'll have to learn a lot of patience. But I think he's going to do a lot better than what I'm expecting. As for my labour and delivery plans, the plan is to give birth at home in water, which was half of the original plan with Roman. I was never going to do a home birth with Roman. We lived in the middle of nowhere, it just was not going to happen. But I did want a water birth with him because of all the pregnancy complications. I wasn't allowed a water birth, and instead I had to lay in a hospital bed my entire labour, which was not fun. This pregnancy, I would love a home water birth. It's not set in stone, you know, it's not set in concrete. If, you know, at 39 weeks, 5 days pregnant, I decide that, okay, I actually feel like I might be more comfortable in a hospital setting, then so be it. You know, it doesn't worry me that much. I just would love the comforts of my own home, and if that doesn't happen, then fine. You know, as long as I'm going to be okay and the baby's going to be okay and there's no complications, then fine, whatever goes. But the plan is to have it at home in water, surrounded by my own friends, surrounded by my own family, surrounded by my midwife, my bed, my blankets, my food, my music, my TV. That would be awesome. From Samaria, how are you feeling this time? Awesome. This pregnancy has been so cruisy, touch wood, keep it that way. It has just been an amazing pregnancy, and I've been so blessed and lucky that this time round things are just going so well, and hopefully continue to go well. From Anne, do you like the flutters second time round, and the names you liked? So I am going to be filming a names vlog before we announce the gender, you already know the gender. Before we announce the name, I'm going to do a top 10 baby names I don't like and a top 10 baby names I do like, so that's going to be coming up very soon. And the flutters, I really am trying to enjoy the flutters this time around, because my placenta is actually in the front, and so a lot of the movement has been dulled by that, especially the kicks and punches. I'm only really starting to feel some real movement now at 20 weeks pregnant. I first felt flutters with Roman at 15 weeks, and I first felt flutters with this baby at 13 weeks. It was very, very early, but it was just incredible, and I enjoyed them so much. It made me really excited. So yes, I'm definitely enjoying that. I'm just a little bit gutted that my placenta's in the front, and that a lot of movement I'm probably not feeling because of that. Another one from Anne, can you do a draw your life soon? I have actually already done a draw my life, and I will link that below for you to watch. It's not morbid, it's like a downhill and then something amazing happens kind of story. My life could be a really big novel. How do I explain it? So my childhood was not great. I had a stepfather who absolutely hated my guts, basically. He was a really great stepdad to me until I turned about 11, and then all of a sudden I think it mostly was fueled by alcohol. Both my mum and my stepdad were alcoholics, and I was just treated really badly as a kid. Spent a lot of time just reading in my bedroom, locked away. And on the other side of my family with my real dad, he had a son, my brother, and he died of cot death, so that affected my dad really badly. It affected me in some ways as well. and then he had another son and he got cancer, leukemia, at the age of 2, and so that side of my family was affected. A lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of family violence in both sides of the family. So all of that's kind of explained, not in detail because obviously it would be a really long video if it was. I don't know if people are interested in that part of my life, but if you are, let me know and maybe I will tell the full story. But yeah, so a small version of that story is in my Draw My Life, and my life really turned around for the better, mostly because I'm Christian and I believe that there's good in the world and that God had a plan for me and a reason for everything. And also I met Martin when I was 17 and that just made my life so amazing. So there is a silver lining in that story, I promise. Right, next question is from Joy. Nicole, I had my tubes untied 2 years ago and I've had 2 losses. Ectopic. How did you keep your head up during your trying times of trying to conceive and the disappointments you endured? How did you get through it and how does it feel being on the other side now? I'm really sorry about your losses. That's really sad to start off with. The only advice that I can give is just to really see the good things in life. That's the only thing that got me through, was just enjoying life, seeing the things that I did have already. I had a husband who was amazing, family, friends. We had a house and we had jobs and income and we went on holidays and just found the fun in life, because trying to conceive really takes the fun out of living, and so we just tried to find the fun things in life. As well as that, we're party people. We held parties all the time, we surrounded ourselves with great friends and just kept ourselves busy. There's a fly. Always keeping ourselves busy. That is what helped me through the trying times, as well as just realizing that my infertility was just one part of my life, that I had so many other parts of my life that were incredibly amazing, and that didn't take away the hurt 100%. I was always hurting on the inside, but you know, at the end of the day I thought to myself, you know what, this is one part of my entire life and I don't want to ruin it for myself by being really upset, really sad. I don't want to bring other people down. I don't want to affect my husband, and I just became a really positive person. And I think my past with being treated badly really is really what shaped me today to be a person who's really positive, and to, no matter what, when things are really bad, to always see the positive in things. For some people that just doesn't work. Some people, their personalities, it just doesn't allow them to do that, and that when they get down, they get really down, and you know, sometimes counselling may help them. But for me, luckily, I can just pick myself back up, go and do something fun, look after myself, and go and have a coffee with my friends and try and forget about it. You never forget about it 100%. Like my miscarriage, I will never forget that, but I bounced back from that really fast, because I was just like, you know what, I have Roman. I am so lucky to have Roman, and he's an amazing kid, and that's all you can really do, other than seeing a professional counsellor, is enjoy life, keep yourself busy, find something you love to do. For us it was parties, maybe for you it's going to the beach, doing knitting, crochet, painting, cooking, something that you think would make you, something that you really enjoy. And that's the best advice I can give you. I did talk about it more in one of my other IVF vlogs, can't quite remember which one it is. I think it's called How to Deal with Infertility or something. If I find it, I'll link it below, and in that vlog I go through a lot more ideas on how I coped through trying to conceive. So if I find it, I'll link it below and you can go watch that if you like. Next one from Karen, will you use your leftover Frosties? About that, we don't have any leftover Frosties. So this IVF cycle, they only collected 4 eggs, and of those 4, only 1 survived, and that is the one that is currently my little princess being carried right now. So yeah, you know, whatever, you know, what's meant to be is whatever's meant to be will be. So you know, we've got 1 little boy, we're now having 1 little girl, and we're very happy with that. I guess having Frosties would make me feel pressured to have another child if maybe I didn't want to. So I just feel like God just knew that this was perfect for us, and so I'm not upset at all about not having Frosties. Had this pregnancy not worked out, I would be terribly upset that we didn't have any frosties. I just feel like, oh my goodness, you know, that was our last chance. But then you've got to move on. So yeah, we don't have any frosties at all. I do have them sitting in my drawer down there, and my very last IVF vlog, I will be showing them and talking about what our plans are for the ones that didn't make it. So they're in a little test tube in my drawer at the moment. Just like with Roman's ones, we buried them under an orange tree. Probably the same kind of plans going for these ones, but I will be talking about that in another vlog. And the last question is from Tina. What things do I think will be challenging with 2 kids under 3? Is it? Yeah, 2 children under 3. Oh boy, I think a lot of things are going to be challenging. Already I have slight panic attacks about, oh my gosh, the lack of sleep. I don't function well without sleep at all. Oh, even just thinking about it now, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's going to be the worst part, is just the lack of sleep. I think the challenging things with 2 kids under 3 will be learning to manage my time wisely. I am a huge clean freak. I just don't like mess. I don't like dirt and grime, and just, I'm constantly vacuuming my floors, constantly mopping, constantly doing dishes, constantly doing washing, general housework, but then I'm just like, just need to take a break. And like, I've learned to work that around my schedule of playing with Roman and spending time with my husband, doing my housework. Adding another child into the mix, it's going to be thrown completely out, and I'm going to have to relearn to make sure I don't tire myself out, make sure I'm spending enough time with Roman, make sure I don't miss my husband out, make sure I eat, make sure I sleep, make sure I have a shower. You know, especially with a newborn. When they get older, it's just going to be learning how to dedicate my time to each of them singly. People have suggested to me date nights, which I think is a wonderful idea, and spending time with them together with Dad as well, which will be really, really cool. I'm looking forward to those kind of things. But for me, it's going to be a huge learning curve, learning to live with not a lot of sleep. You know, with Roman, I could nap during the day. This time around, Roman is probably not going to be napping through the day. So I'm going to have to learn to nap while he's at kindy and baby is asleep. Just learn how to have patience when Roman's driving me nuts. And I think also a huge thing will be travel, like going out anywhere, especially by myself. I'm going to have to learn how to get the kids into the car, out of the car, get somewhere without A, it taking hours, B, without screaming tantrums, poop everywhere, pee, everything going, exploding, you know. I'll take any advice anyone gives, by the way. So I know having 2 kids under 3 is going to be extremely challenging. Whether I'm prepared for it, I don't really know, but it's happening, and I'm just go in there with a positive attitude and see how we come out, you know. I have a lot of great support, which is really lucky, and is going to be a lot of help, especially Martin's mum. She has a lot of help, so that's going to be really, really great. Okay, you guys, so that's the end of my pregnancy themed question and answer vlog. If you have any other questions, I will answer them in the comments box below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.